Hi Taurus, this is Just with your June 2020 general read. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Taurus, what's going on? The home life looks very challenged right now. Someone's even either leaving or you're getting word that maybe some of you may have to leave. You may not be able to afford where you live at. Yeah, and you're just kind of waiting. It does look like a lot of stress, anxiety, and worry. And maybe you've already gotten the news or you're close to getting the news. So if you'd like to share, please let me know in the comment section below if this is anyone's situation here. It may be very difficult for you to afford your living arrangements or, shelter. It's like money could have come into you, and it almost is like at the same time this confrontation, this order, this judgment came at you kind of almost seems like out of nowhere. And it's almost like your hands are tied. Where do you go? What do you do? How are you going to make this work? And can you even fight it? Some of you may feel like you can't fight it. If it's not you, it could be someone in your life that is going through a struggle. There's a lot of chaos here, and we all know that there's a lot of chaos right now. And there could be an end of something or a death of something that created a lot of conflict. All right. You may have tried to fight as much as you could for this, to keep your place, to not have this end or this change to come about, but it almost seems like it's inevitable here. Okay. I feel like there's going to be some more news coming out as the days move forward, this week going into next week. I see more news coming out. It could be very positive though. So I want to look a little bit deeper because it's kind of like where your story ends as far as this house situation. Because I get the news and it being, yeah, there's definitely going to be some problems here. Be careful. I also see somebody's defaming property. They also may be like a judgment to take your property from you because there's other plans, demolition. I see a lot of things. And if you do not come up with set amount of money, then it's kind of taken from you. And I just get this sense of not knowing what to do. It will work out. For some of you, this kind of has to happen. I hate to say it. It could be you and another woman that live there. It could be a daughter. It could be a niece. Any other female is what I see here. But if you are kind of, even though the circumstances could be out and it could be outright wrong. And in 3 months, it looks like you'll have an opportunity to kind of rectify whatever was wrong you. It looks like it has to happen. Whatever this is, it has to happen to move you forward, to move you out of wherever you are. Kind of like that Uranus energy. So there is some type of a shakeup, something you're not expecting, or may have been expecting, but wasn't expecting it all to happen the way it's happening. I know for some people, they were able to not pay shelter of some sort, whether it be rent or mortgage, but particularly renters, I believe, and they were still getting rid of people. So I don't know if that's anyone's situation here, but yeah, I definitely see that. If it's not you getting put out, it could be a discord in your home life. We'll get into love in a minute, and that could be like someone leaving. Okay. And then it's like, how can you leave? I can't afford for you to leave, but we'll get deeper in that when we get into love aspect here. Some of you are okay for those of you who have money coming in. Others of you that may be getting some kind of support, financial aid support, please do not rest on that completely because changes are coming up with that. And you don't want to be one of the people kind of caught in a fold is what it looks like to me. So try to get yourself into something new where either you're being paid enough or more. Use this time wisely is what I'm saying here. Because I do feel like some of you could have recently gotten a job. You may be about to get a job. You got the okay, but you're going to have to hold off before you can start working or start your day of your start day, or go back into the job. If you work from home, it looks a bit challenging right now. Some of you also could have gotten laid off. Like, people are literally getting laid off working from home as well. You could be one of those people and you only have a short amount of time before money gets really, really tight. So, I hate to have to bring this reading to you, Tauruses out there. You know, I love you guys, but got to be real about it. Got to definitely give you what I see. And I do get that male energy here. I'm not just going to say male. There is people around here that could be very helpful to you. Again, you may have to be a help to others as well. And things will seem like it's happening, like you blink and something else is happening, something else is happening, something else is happening. Be careful with what you're listening to and watching, because that could kind of, again, not be the most healthy for you. And it may manifest in overindulging in some kind of way, but it is to suppress or to escape what's going on around you. So be mindful of that, okay? Just be mindful of that. You're protected, though, Taurus. You do have some form of protection around you. And it could be coming up down the line. Because I feel like whatever these problems are for you, give it 3 months time, 3 weeks, 3 months time. And for those of you who are screaming right now, I don't have 3 months time. I understand. I'm not a Todd. I understand when you're going through a trial. But again, like I said, things will work itself out down the line is what it looks like here. And for now, what can you do but just go through it? And like I said, it's not as bad for some of you because some good news will be coming in and it kind of puts something to bed, or there's an opportunity to put it to bed. So it's almost like a lesson learned here for some of you. Now let's get into love. Single Tauruses. Well, you're okay. And obviously I'm speaking to some of you who are okay. You are a commitment type of a person. You like what you like. You know who you are. You know what you accept. You know what you need. And you're kind of living in that space. You're not stressed out about being in a relationship with someone, but it'd be nice. You may even have someone who wants to build and work on a relationship with you. The problem here is that you may have a couple of people. Someone from your past who still kind of wants this, definitely, while someone new is feverishly trying to get you. I mean, they're doing whatever it takes. And you're really looking at the promise of what your life could be. Not necessarily as a couple, as a we, but more of an I. And I think because you're taking more of a me-focused approach, people are wanting you even more because love may not be so much the main focus or even a commitment or that traditional way, like that Uranus is making you think, oh, I like the alternative me. And that's just making people want you even more. You may even find another admirer. Like, I mean, Taurus women, you have admirers over admirers over admirers. And some of them you're just going to have to cut off and deal with the one that is, because someone's spoiling you. Someone's giving you an abundance. Be careful because you'll look up and 20 pounds later. Okay. Like, what the hell happened? Happiness is what happened. All of this is happiness. So I do feel like the person, and they could be younger than you, or they could just be someone who is a little bit more youthful in spirit, but they're giving you that all that they got, and that may be the person that you take the time to enjoy. But there is still someone here, whether it be your ex that's still pining and going through the loss, or one of you and this new person. Somebody could be going through the loss while they're trying to move on to something new. So this is going to take some time to get to a place where the two of you are healthy to give each other long term. And I feel for some of you Taurus women, your home life, again, could be quite challenging and trying to transition out of something. Some of you could be going through a divorce, a separation. There's something about this home life that really needs to be transitioned and transformed completely before you can build again, because someone here is devastated. And I don't feel like it's you Tauruses. I feel like it's another person who's quite devastated over losing you and kind of seeing the situation for what it is completely. Yeah, it's what it looks like to me. Now, yeah, they may even express this sometime this week, and it's constant, but you may have to tell them, unfortunately, that you don't want to go back there. Some of you don't want to go back there. It could be you wanting that for someone, and the answer probably will be no. Be careful if someone is not that be careful that someone isn't leading you on, because I do feel like someone likes to be pampered. They're very self-focused and can be even quite selfish. And so if you are someone who, I know Tauruses that love to cook, love a nice house now. Love a nice home. I have a stellium in the second house too, so I like that Taurus stuff as well. Nice bed and comfortable sheets and all of that nice stuff. And so they love the pampering that you give them. And I feel like they could be taking that for granted. So be careful with that. You even may be doing that to someone as well. But just be careful if this is an ex. Okay? Be careful of the ex. Now, Taurus couples. You feel stuck. You feel stuck. You feel trapped. And some of you, you're stuck and trapped because you are dependent on this person. You can't take on the bills all on your own. You may have become very emotionally dependent on this person, and you're just not completely ready for it to end. And you've taken their stuff for quite some time now. I feel like this person, for some of you, they are trying to woo you back and trying to promise you probably the world. There has been a fight. There's been a fallout. I feel like some of you Tauruses may have started pulling back and not giving the way that you used to, and that may have brought out like this person may have went fool because they can't now depend on you. Well, where the hell were you when I needed you? So there is this sense of feeling stuck and feeling as though you don't have someone. And right now you can't live off of love alone. Some of you can't live off of this promises of love and emotional devotion when it's not showing up in a more practical way, So I feel like this relationship, someone feels taken advantage of. Someone feels like it, no matter what they do and what they give, it's not appreciated. Or they're dealing with someone where it's this constant up and down and up and down. Or things may have come out with almost like a point of no return, but you can't just get out just as much as you can't just leave right now. You can't. And now the two of you are at a crossroads, and now someone may be trying to apologize and come back, and you're like, I don't want your damn apology. You know what you did. You know what I mean? And it's like difficult. That is not going to stop this person. They're just going to bring it on more and more thick this week. Oh, it's going to be a nuisance, nonstop, over and over and over and over and over again. And you may be saying to yourself, I need to get out of this space, because you're not in a healthy mental space at all, Taurus. You are not in a good space mentally. And I feel like you have someone who will promise you the world. They'll promise you everything just to get you back to that place. Some of you may feel like you were duped. Something came out. Oh boy, could have been this Sagittarius full moon that came out, lunar eclipse, and some things really came out. I'm trying to think, where's Sagittarius in your chart? Taurus, Scorpio. Okay, yeah. Sagittarius is in your 8th house. So yeah, a lot of deep, dark secrets could have definitely come out. Yeah, and now you are feeling like you're stuck in a hopeless place with this person. You may not have seen balance and equality in your relationship in quite some time. And now hopefully everybody is in good health. But, children can be involved, or you've been together for a very long time. This is something that runs deep. It runs deep. And so there's a need to try to heal. And somebody may have given somebody that chance of like, we just need a moment. We need to take a beat, to figure things out. And while you guys were taking a beat, somebody was out there doing what they wanted to do, being unethical. Now you don't know what to do. You're protected, by the way, but you don't know what to do as far as this person. You don't trust them anymore. And so much stuff has come out. It could even be another baby, or somebody had a child, and somebody could still be lying about a child, or even trying to be evasive about the truth, even though the truth has come out. But now it's like they're piping down. They're pleading the fifth. They don't want to own up to it. And you're sensing that you need to cut the situation out. There may have been a conversation between the two of you that you both were very honest about the situation. And it's like, where do we go from here? Right? Where do we go from here? You know what you possess. You know moving forward on your own and letting the situation go, albeit it will be a process for you. But you have what it takes to get you where you want to be. As far as like finances, career, like you can do it. You know, it'll be a process, but you know that you can do it. But there's something about, the connection. This is, again, children, or this is something that has history. This is deep, you know. It's deep. And the love that the two of you share, that's something that's pretty deep as well. And this person seems to know exactly what to do and say also. So we're going to look deeper into this in the extended. And we're going to look at this person. How do they feel about you? What do they want to tell you down inside? How do they feel about this relationship? What do they want from you? What secrets are they keeping? What do they want to tell you deep down inside if they could? What are their challenges with you, and what will be their actions? We're also going to look at the outcome of the relationship, and we're going to pull those love cards for Aries to Pisces. How do they feel? So if you're interested in that, click the link in the description box below. If you would like something personal, click the link to my website. If you want to share, do so in that comment section below. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I'll be back very soon with another one. Take care, Taurus.